Alright, we're going to go ahead and mount this coil on that mod and that RBA. I transferred the coil over to a little 0.55 inch mandrel that I'm going to use to mount the coil. I took it right off that screwdriver and just put it on here. So this is a Cyclone bottom fed RBA, no AFC, just a standard Cyclone, which the top cap has been enlarged, the air hole to 1/16 of an inch. Air hole is facing forward because when I vape this mod, I turn it towards me and hit it like this. So this is up when I vape. So I'm going to build a coil right there on the posts, right behind that air hole where it was. So what we're going to do is take this little coil and keeping it on here and making sure the screws are good and loose so I can see through the holes. And they are. Again, I like to go over the holes just in case you haven't seen any other videos that I've done. This hole right here, let's see, that's probably not the best view. This is a wire hole. This is a wire hole. This was the original feed hole where the juice comes out of, and this one on the bottom here is one that was drilled to make it even better. So that gives me the option of using either of these two as wire holes. If you don't have that hole drilled in your bottom fed one, this is your top wire hole. You have to use these two. So I'm going to use this one and that one. So that said, let's go ahead and pop these through. Also notice that there's screws on there. I'm going to put the long leg in first. And I trim these tails much shorter than I would normally ever trim them. But that happens every now and then. Makes it a lot more difficult to get them in when they're tiny, at least for me. Got that one. And that one. Okay, I'm going to push it up by the posts. I'm going to hold it up by the posts for a minute, nice and close. I'm going to tighten down my screws some. That one tightens more. And then I'm going to, once I get a little tension on them, I'll pull it away a little bit. That way it keeps the coil nice and tense too. So, right about there. Right out by the edge. Away from the post, out by the edge. So now I can tighten down the screws again. The coil may bounce a little bit when I tighten them down, but that's no problem because we'll just pull it right back out. And then we'll just tighten down this screw. Tighten down nice and good. Now we're going to pull it, look at it again, see where it is horizontally there. It's out by the edge, but it's not out so far that it's going to contact top cap. You don't want it so low that it's going to contact your base. Now I run mine low. I run it about 1 millimeter off the deck, maybe 1.5 millimeters, because that keeps the throat hit low. If you want a lot of throat hit, you can raise it up. But I don't. I like low throat hit, so I keep the coil low on the bowl. But again, you don't want your coil to contact the base of the atomizer or you will get a short in your coil. So safety first here. So that's that. Everything's nice and tight. I'm going to slide that out. I'm going to trim the tail, the long tail there. The other one is so short it doesn't even need to be trimmed. And take something like the back of your tweezers and bend these tails up against the posts. The cool thing about these Cyclones is you can build on either side of the RBA. So if you like to vape with this side up, you can build on this side of it too, because the holes are pretty much identical. So now that we got that, let's do a little resistance reading on this. See where it is. I like between 1.3 to 1.5. Let's see where this is coming in. 1.5-ish. 1.5 ohms. Okay, so that's cool for me. Now we'll fire it real quick and get rid of the little hot legs. We get a little hot legs when we first hit it. No need to squeeze this coil. This is a squeeze-free coil. You just put your mold back through there one time, cue it up like you're about to take a shot, and pull, and boom, everything is gone. Hot legs have vanished. The coil is ready to vape at this point. See that? ready to vape. So I'm just burning off anything oxidizing it for the first time, looking at its position on there and realizing that it's in quite a perfect position. It's nice and low on the deck, but it's not contacting it. There you go. So the next segment will be on wicking.